According to Tony Busby, some of the clients that he's been representing have been contacted by investigators offering them money to basically sue the Busby law firm.
It sure started to feel like Jay-Z and his lawyers thought they had this case in the bag. Tony Busby is now fighting back, defending his Jane Doe, and things just got way messier.
Tony Busby is accusing Jay-Z and his team of attempting to bribe his...
Jay-Z's legal business just took a scandalous hit that no one saw coming. His high-powered lawyer, Alex Speo, is accused of making moves so shady they could rewrite the playbook on courtroom corruption, supposedly bribing judges and tampering with witnesses to protect the rap mogul's spotless image. These explosive claims have thrown Roc Nation into chaos, dragging Jay-Z deeper into the mud alongside his infamous friend, Diddy. When you think of Jay-Z, you picture the king of Roc Nation. Unbeatable, right? But in the courts, it's looking less like 99 problems and more like 99 legal messes. Jay-Z's latest legal moves have landed him in some pretty hot water, and the backlash is piling up fast. If you thought this case couldn't get uglier, think again. The rap mogul, along with the infamous Diddy, has been accused of saying a 13-year-old girl at a 2000 VMAs after-party, a claim both have rejected. First off, Tony Busby is back and fighting harder than ever to protect his Jane Doe, who's accusing Jay-Z of some pretty serious stuff. Now, Jay-Z's team is doing everything they can to shut this down, and I mean everything. We're talking threats of penalties, bending federal rules, and media spin galore. Jay-Z's lawyers, led by the Evercon Alex Speo, filed to throw out the case, saying it's baseless and all smoke and no fire. But Busby is not here for the gaslighting. Now let's talk about the despair. Jay-Z's team filed for sanctions, claiming that Busby's case should be thrown out instantly because of inconsistencies in Jane Doe's account. They even asked the court to speed up the process, trying to cut the mandatory 21-day safe harbor time to just 1 day. But Busby said absolutely not. He pointed out that this move smells of entitlement and negative faith. And honestly, he's not wrong. The legal system doesn't work like this for the rich and powerful. Busby also addressed the claims of inconsistencies head-on. He told everyone that his client was recalling events from over 2 decades ago when she was just 13 years old. Oh, and did I say she's autistic? Imposing perfect recall on someone in that situation is cruel and unrealistic. Courts have realized that survivors of abuse often struggle to pin down exact dates and details, and this case is no different. But wait, it gets juicier. Busby suggested that Jay-Z's team isn't just fighting this case for their own sake. They're also trying to protect Diddy. Yep, you read that right. Despite all the "we're not really friends" claims, it's looking like Jay-Z might be pulling some strings to help his business buddy, who's also knee-deep in legal trouble. Jay-Z's legal problems are becoming a full-blown drama. But this isn't just about him. His star lawyer, Alex Speo, a powerhouse in the legal world, has put himself in the hot seat too. He has been out here in the media spinning this case like it's his full-time job, from downplaying Jane Doe's claims to flat-out denying any link between Jay-Z and Diddy. Spo's trust is giving too much. Like, sir, how are you going to tell us Jay-Z and Diddy aren't friends when there's literal proof of their decades-long bromance? Make it make sense. Meanwhile, Jay-Z's court moves are starting to look messy. Deleting posts, re-uploading comments, and throwing around threats like confetti is not a favorable look. Busby called them out for trying to blur the facts and rush decisions, labeling their methods aggressive, if not outright illegal. It's starting to feel like Roc Nation is grabbing at straws. Tony Busby is the guy you call when things get messy. And messy is exactly what he's claiming. Busby claims Roc Nation's legal team engaged in some shady moves, bribery, illegal solicitations, and straight-up intimidation. And oh, it's all allegedly tied to obstructing justice in an entirely separate case involving Diddy, burner phones, fake badges, and $110,000 bribes. And that's not where the mess stops. Busby's lawsuit shows how Roc Nation's team tried to manipulate his former clients into filing lawsuits against him. You already know. I'm not one to gossip, but Jay-Z and his Roc Nation squad might just have a full-blown legal drama on their hands, and the most shocking part is there's allegedly a tape. First off, Tony Busby has launched a lawsuit against Roc Nation, their legal squad, and a handful of their associates. Why? Allegedly, they've been pulling some shady moves, like impersonating public officials and trying to bribe Busby's former customers. According to the suit, these agents posed as state officials and offered cold hard cash, like up to $10,000, to lure Busby's former customer, into suing him. Busby's company claims this isn't some one-off incident either. They say these agents have tried this over 24 times, and to make things even spicier, Busby alleges that Roc Nation is bankrolling the whole operation to obstruct justice. If true, Jay-Z might want to sit down for this one. Now, here's where it gets wild. Busby says, Team Roc, which is known for its work in criminal justice reform and flashy lawsuits, according to Busby, has been orchestrating this whole operation alongside Quinn Emanuel, a high-powered law firm representing Jay-Z in multiple cases. If true, this could land both firms in some serious hot water. And can we talk about the irony? Roc Nation has built a reputation for standing up for justice, but these allegations paint a very different picture, flashing fake badges and offering hush money. That's giving crime drama, not philanthropy. Let's not forget who's at the center of this whirlwind, Mr. Carter himself. While Jay-Z hasn't been directly accused of orchestrating these moves, his name is all over the lawsuits. The connection is his professional relationship with Diddy. Busby's team claims that Roc Nation's tactics are part of a larger effort to block investigations related to Diddy's ongoing legal issues. And let's be real, Jay-Z probably doesn't need this trouble on top of everything else. Busby even threw shade, saying Jay-Z's legal team is trying extra hard to prove his innocence. Like, why so defensive? If you've got nothing to hide, it's giving the call is coming from inside the house. This isn't just about one lawsuit. According to Busby, this could expose a much larger web of legal misconduct. Roc Nation Team Roc and their high-powered lawyers could face serious consequences if these claims hold up in court. Plus, it's not a great look for Jay-Z, who's already juggling multiple controversies. But wait, could this all be part of a much bigger game? Here's where things get murkier. Busby claims a broader conspiracy involving not just Jay-Z's team, but also possible C to Diddy's legal troubles. Roc Nation has allegedly been funneling resources to disrupt ongoing investigations tied to both moguls. The tactics reportedly include fake papers, secret recordings, and an alleged slush fund for these operations. This isn't the first time Jay-Z's legal team has faced such claims. Past cases have also involved claims of hardball tactics meant to dissuade opposing counsel.
Never releases statements. They do not talk about what people talk about there. Even when Solange put hands on that man, they were mum. All we got was a bar in a song. But they peaked quickly here.
And intimidate witnesses. It's a giving pattern of behavior, but it's Jay-Z's aggressive legal tactics that are stealing the spotlight, and not in a good way. He came out swinging, and his response was anything but subtle. Forget the usual.
According to Tony Busby, some of the clients that he's been representing have been contacted by investigators offering them money to basically sue the Busby law firm. Busby feels very confident that this is on behalf of Jay-Z.
Lawyer polished denials. This was full-on Brooklyn brawler mode designed to discredit everyone involved, and when Judge Torres talks, even billionaires need to listen. The court also denied Spiro's efforts to fast-track dismissals and strike motions. Judge Torres emphasized that the legal process would not be rushed just because Jay-Z's team wanted it. She even warned that further violations of court rules could result in sanctions now, while Jay's empire seems to be falling under the weight of these lawsuits. Diddy isn't exactly sitting pretty either. First, let's talk about the infamous Wild King Nights. If you haven't heard about this, buckle up. It's a mix of and all-around debauchery organized by none other than Sean Diddy Combs himself. According to a former personal helper of Diddy, these nights were like something out of a twisted movie. Red lights, ice buckets, honey packs, Astroglide towels, Plan B pills, and even power bangers tools an assistant who worked for Diddy from 2019 to 2021 says his job wasn't just assisting but cleaning up after these wild escapades. We're talking wiping down bodily fluids, hiding evidence, and bribing hotel staff to keep quiet were all part of the job. And if that wasn't bad enough, he claims he was forced into loyalty tests that crossed every possible line. One instance being pressured into acts with a guest to prove his loyalty. It's giving seriously disturbing. But Jay-Z might have won a small win. He literally just scored approval to file a move to dismiss the explosive lawsuit against him. Judge Annalisa Torres of the Southern District of New York gave Jay-Z's legal team the thumbs up on Thursday to move forward with the dismissal request. Basically, Jay-Z's legal dream team, led by Alex Speo, now has until February 6, 2025, to drop their claim for why this case should be thrown out. Jane Doe's side gets their turn by the end of February, and Spiro's clapback is due by mid-March. So what does this mean for Jay-Z's untouchable empire? The implications are massive. If these allegations hold up, they could tarnish Jay-Z's image and jeopardize Roc Nation's future. His image as a business mogul and philanthropist is already under review, and this case might just be the tipping point. As for Tony Busby, he's made it clear that he's not backing down. "We're going to bring the truth to light," he stated in a recent news release. Public opinion is divided, with fans questioning whether this is the beginning of Jay-Z's reckoning, or just another legal hurdle he'll pass. Drop your thoughts in the comments because this one's got layers, honey, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any changes. Oh, and you already know there's even more